Hello, and welcome to another edition of Monday Night Mashup. I'm Sophia Krysa.
And I'm Khadijah Dennis with your weekly news update. Last week, ESPN senior coordinating producer Dwayne Bray spoke with students and faculty about brain injuries in football and how the NFL has approached this issue. In an interview with the Daily Gamecock, Bray said that he doesn't think the game has gotten more physical. Instead, he says that they are being trained to be bigger and bigger, which could result in a high amount of brain injuries. Bray did express in the interview that he does think that the NFL has made a number of policies in reaction to class action lawsuits from former players. His main concern in relation to player concussions is the parents of players who are not informed of the issue. After the break, Sophia will have more news from around campus. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to M&M. I'm Sophia Krysa with your University News. Well, the 2015 student government elections have finally drawn to a close. Last Wednesday, the winners were announced at the new Student Leadership and Service Center. Jonathan Kaufman won the presidential race with about a 54% vote, while Goble swept up the vice presidential race with almost 2/3 of the votes. Current student body president Lindsay Richardson said, quote, "I'm excited for the new team, and we're ready to start the transition and ready to pass off the baton." The goal for student body government was to have 5,000 students vote in this election. The turnout exceeded their expectations in the runoff elections with a little under 7,400 votes. The inauguration will be held on Wednesday, March 18th. In other news, last week, Dance Marathon here at USC raised over $50,000 in one day. It began with a goal of raising $30,000 in one day of miracles, and ended up with the heroes raising over $50,000 for Palmetto Health Children's Hospital. Students raised money by coming up with many different creative fundraising ideas, including posting embarrassing pictures, cutting hair, and many other ideas. The executive board was on Green Street all day to raise money by allowing people to pie them in the face if they donated $3. President Harris Pastides even joined in by agreeing to donate 25 cents for every retweet he got by midnight. In the end, President Pastides donated over $850 to Dance Marathon's Day of Miracles for the kids. All this money goes towards helping USC Dance Marathon reach their goal of raising $500,000 in half the time. The main event will take place on March 21st. Information to join can be found on Dance Marathon's Facebook page as well as their website, helpmakemiracles.org. That's it for your university news. Khadijah will have an exclusive interview with newly elected student body vice president Lee Goble after the break. Stick around.
Don't panic. Put your bypass with the bag over your head. Put your bypass on away from the end.
Welcome back to M&M. I'm here with Mr. Lee Goble. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm excellent. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for joining us. The inevitable question, how do you feel now that campaigning and elections are over?
Well, I got to breathe a small sigh of relief that I did not have to worry about campaigning anymore. But now we have to get to work, and we've got a lot of work to do.
I'm sure. So what was your motivation for running?
It was all for the students. I served in Senate this past year, and I noticed that this is our biggest impact. We have no power, but we have all the influence in the world, and it's given to us by the students because we are the voice of the students, and that is the most important voice on campus.
I agree. So what was the overall campaign process like?
It was long, a lot of nights up and planning what we can do. The best part of it was meeting all the students. I really enjoyed meeting everyone, taking selfies, of course, on my Instagram and Twitter and social media. I enjoyed all the selfies with everyone, just meeting everyone. It was great.
That's awesome. So was there anything in particular that a student said to you that might have encouraged you throughout the whole process?
I think that the one thing that, it was not a student, but I was watching an interview with President Barack Obama, and he said, you've just got to keep going on, even when folks are criticizing you, as long as you know that you're doing it for other people. And I did have some backlash from my opponent during it, and that was the quote that really stuck to me, because I knew that I was doing this for the good of others, so that's what made me keep going.
Well, I'm glad. And how do you plan to give student government a more active part in student life?
Well, student government is all about advocacy. So we advocate on behalf of students, and I feel that a lot of students do not know that we are there for them. So at first I want to educate the students. Every week I want to put out a bulletin saying, this is what Senate is doing this week, and after we do it, I want to say, this is what we've done, this is how it affects you. So it starts with the education first, and then I think that we can make them start caring and get involved with us.
Is there a big project that you are really motivated to work on right now?
Right now we've got our sample surveys that went out this past year, and I would like to work with those in maybe our Blitz week and have it to where we can get a better response rate out of them so that we know exactly what the students want.
And how are you going to work to, I guess, get a better response from student body as far as interaction with student government?
That's the main question everyone wants to know. You can of course do it by incentives. People love food, people love free stuff. So you stand out on Green Street with free stuff, people are bound to stop by. Number two, you just have to again educate them. I don't think that our problem is that people do not care. I think that our problem is they don't know why they should care. So if we tell them why they should care and give them every reason in the world why, I think they will.
Last question, what advice do you have for people who are interested in leadership around campus?
Get out and do it. We've got so many areas on campus that offer leadership roles. It would be a shame to let them slip by.
Well said. Thank you so much for being here. Greatly enjoyed interviewing you. When we come back, Michael Ferguson will have your weekly weather update. Stick around.
Welcome back to Monday Night Mashup. I'm Michael Ferguson with the weekly weather report. Currently, it's about 66 degrees here in Columbia, and it's expected to drop to about 44 degrees tonight. With a slight chance of rain tonight also. Tomorrow's going to be a little cloudy with some cold. Expect the high to be around 47 degrees with about 50% chance of rain. Looking at the next few days, we're expecting some sort of alternating pattern between rain and sun throughout the week with a pretty decent chance of rain throughout the week. There's expected to be a high of 58 today with a low of 39. But it's going to be pretty warm temperatures, looking at the state, pretty warm temperatures across the state. With highs in the Midlands around 30 or so degrees, and it's looking pretty well looking at the rest of the country. It's especially in the Midwest, it's really, really cold over there, but in the South here, it's really warm. So thank you, and we'll be back with Shelby Heary after the break.
See, we at Capital City Sports didn't think enough people on campus knew about us, so we decided to create an awesome commercial to tell people that we mean business.
Well, how's that going for you?
Well...
All right, everybody, get into places right now. Nick, get off your phone. Blake, get off your phone. Stan, your hair is the wrong way, opposite direction. Flip it. Katie, why are you looking at me like that? And lights, please. Lights. All right, and action.
This is capital C. Ah!
All right, throw the ball.
Oh, what the?
All right, is the fan ready? Get that started. All right, and turn your heads right now.
I love sports. What's my life?
This is not how the commercial is supposed to go. No, that's not what I mean by a stand-up. You're right.
Y'all must not know about me.
I don't care. This looks terrible.
It's going pretty good.
Welcome back to M&M. I'm Shelby Heary with your University Sports. The USC softball team dominated the Tennessee State Tigers yesterday 8-0. Junior Jordan Bell scored a 3-run homer in the first inning to give the Gamecocks an early lead. The three-run homer was set up by a 2-out single by senior Sarah Mooney, followed by a walk to first from Kalia Sneer. She also got 10 ground ball outs during the game. The Gamecocks will play at home tomorrow against the UNC Charlotte 49ers. On to the Carolina Coliseum, where the USC men's basketball team beat Mississippi State 81-68. Highlights include junior forward Limones Kakevichis hitting another career high with 18 points. The real star of the show was senior guard Tyrone Johnson with a career high of 28 points. This makes it the third time Johnson has scored over 20 points in a game in his college career. Head coach Frank Martin expressed his gratitude towards Johnson in the post-game press conference.
He's been hearing it from me a lot lately because I want him to be aggressive. And Ty's a real good kid. Ty believed in us when he could have gone somewhere else.
Carolina will play Arkansas at home this Thursday at 7 p.m. The Lady Gamecocks faced their second loss of the season to the University of Kentucky Wildcats with a score of 67-56. Carolina wasn't falling too far behind at the end of the first half, with Kentucky having only a 5-point lead 3 minutes into the second half. Kentucky scored 8 points against Carolina, giving them a 14-point lead. On a more positive note for the Gamecocks, Asia Wilson shined with 16 points. She also managed to snag 19 rebounds, breaking a school record for most rebounds by a freshman. This game was the last of the regular season, and the Lady Gamecocks will be competing in the SEC tournament starting this Wednesday in Arkansas. We'll be right back with more Monday Night Mashup after this. Stay tuned. So you guys, like, we literally have made it to at least, is it the halfway point of spring break?
Almost. I think it, yeah, I don't know, but I'm just excited for spring break, you know?
But you know what that means, spring break though. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to West Palm Beach to spend time with my friend's grandparents, and I'm super excited to lay on the beach all week and do nothing.
So I wish that's what I was doing. I'm going back home to Philadelphia, so it's going to be chilly, but I'll get to see my family. What about you?
So nice.
I'm going back to see family too.
Oh my
God. Real
gosh.
food.
Either way, it's going to be relaxing.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching this edition of Monday Night Mashup. Be sure to follow our coverage throughout this week on our website and follow us on Twitter at SGTV News 4. Also, check out our weekend previews online every Friday for your university update on what's happening in and around the area each weekend. Have a fun and safe spring break.
I'm at Beckham Field. The Gamecocks have a busy weekend coming.
News. It looks like it'll be a couple of more days until we find out who our next student